Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. Y'all, I am going through a very much so emotional roller coaster right now in my life. I had so much going on. As a lot of y'all who know about my cousin, I haven't given y'all an update on her in a while. Y'all, I'm just in my feelings. My feelings are all over the place. It took me all day to even get to this point to even do this video because I wanted to do this and post it before noon today, but y'all. But anyway, y'all, so I know I might seem a little somber, down, sad, and it might be able to translate in my face and in my eyes, but I'm just letting y'all know that that's the reason why. So yeah, let me go ahead and get into this video. This is gonna be like a thoughts combination video of a few shows that I watched that I don't do full reviews on from episode to episode, but I wanted to give my take on how I felt and just put out there the things that I noticed within the episodes. So this morning, like I do every Sunday morning, I watched The Chi. It was great. I really, really enjoyed it. I have been trying not to say this for the longest, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. The character who has multiple baby mamas, I don't know why I can't think of what his character's name, but he's a Lattimore in real life. He's Kenny Lattimore's like nephew or something like that, and he actually sings, as I mentioned to y'all before in another video. But anyway, his character on the show, I never thought that I would like him. I really like his character. He actually has matured. Y'all, instead of, I think he's doing both, or he was visiting as far as the jobs are concerned, because he did take the managerial position at the restaurant that he basically burned down. He took that, which, he was presented with a salary last time or whatever, but he, took that. He was employee of the month. Y'all, he done set it all the way off as far as the children are concerned. He's paying all of the children's mothers' child support, has it come out of his check. And he went a step further, which I am amazed by, because I don't really hear any guys doing that. Most of the time I hear guys complaining about the fact that they are paying child support, and it's almost nothing. It's literally pennies in comparison to what they should be paying. But anyway, he took it a step further by actually paying for insurance for the babies. And I'm just like, yeah, you better do that. That's what I'm talking about. I was up under my father's insurance until I turned, 24 or 25, whenever I first had a social work job. I had amazing benefits and all that stuff, and I had like a couple of years left, but I had my own insurance because of the job that I was under, and since I was single, I didn't have to pay an extra fee because of a partner and all the other stuff. So I had amazing dental, all that good stuff. Y'all, I know you can't tell by looking at it now, but I'm just saying, all that stuff was included. I was amazed. I was so happy. I was blessed enough that even though my daddy was literally considered to be the working poor, that myself, my brother, my sister, and my mama, and of course him, he was paying for all of us every month for us to be able to go to the doctor if we need to, emergency visits, all that stuff, because we were all under his insurance. So yeah, real fathers, real men. Father's Day is next week. I live for it, y'all. I literally just bought a few things for my daddy. His birthday was on the 2nd. I think I told y'all that last week. And I had some stuff going on, all that stuff that happened with my car, so I'm kind of not necessarily playing catch up. I'm in a situation where I had money set aside for that and something else, and when that situation happened with my car, I literally had just enough to get one of the many issues that have started happening fixed. So that ruined my plans. I hate when that happens, but I am now combining his belated birthday and his Father's Day gifts all in one of which is going to be picked up by my brother in Montgomery, Alabama from a store, and the other item or items will be mailed to him. One of which is on the way. The other one I'm still debating on if I'm going to get that for him or not. Y'all, hold on, I'm going to give you a second because, y'all, my brother's birthday is in August, right? So I took it upon myself to go on ahead and throw his gift in there too. He don't even know he gonna be picking up his own gift too until I, tell him. I'm like, oh, I'm just letting you know that gift. No, that one's getting mailed. One of the things that's getting mailed. They're all up under my daddy's name, but when it arrives, because I think they're gonna arrive on separate days, when I see the notification, I'm gonna let him know, hey, that's yours. That's your early birthday gift. And it's a purpose as to why I'm getting it for him earlier. And I think he's gonna appreciate it. Yeah, and I also just sent out my sister's belated birthday gift. Also, her birthday was the very middle of May. And y'all, I be going through, like, I used to do things super early in advance just in case something pops up and ruins my plans. But yeah, y'all, I've been, not on the ball and been in my feelings and all kind of stuff been happening. But everybody's squared away. My mama, she didn't want anything for Mother's Day. So, we didn't give her anything, but I still want to get something big for her. So I'm holding off on that. And within the next few months, I hope to be able to surprise her with something amazing. And then her birthday's at the end of the year on Christmas Eve. So yeah, y'all. Anyway, so back to the, my little recap on The Chi. Y'all, so I just don't understand how, I guess that was the intention behind Lena Waithe when she, I guess she herself and whoever else came up with the concepts for this show and all of the scenes that have been unfolding. But I really like him as the character that he is now. Y'all, he comes to find out that one of the women that he started back screwing is pregnant. So yeah, I think she has been going back and forth between him and somebody else. So in my mind, I'm kind of like, but girl, is it his though? I can't. So, we will find out next week, I guess, what is going on with that. Y'all, Keisha, is her name Keisha? Keisha's brother, y'all know, the dark-skinned one, who basically his face is the main face that you see when you actually look at the photo of The Chi. Is him. What's his name? Kevin? Is it Kevin? Kevin got in trouble, of course, because, he was selling the drugs and they found out, and his mama got called up to the school. And on top of all of that, his mother never knew about that letter and all that stuff as far as that good school where he would have to get bused to. So, basically everything was laid out on the table when his mama came up there, and his teacher was like, do you need the room? Because y'all, look, I gotta explain something to y'all. Even though it's a TV show, this is stuff that happens in real life. And I'm sorry, these kids of today would never be able to live in the time that I lived in and the people who lived and, came up before me. That boy got up and said, F this school, or F y'all, or F somebody, or whatever it was. Everybody paused to look at him. And then the teacher looked at his mama and was like, do you need us to excuse ourselves so you can use the room, or whatever it was? Basically everybody excused themselves, and she had a belt and beat him down. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I don't understand that most of these kids, including myself, when I got whoopings and, disciplined in the physical form, it was indeed on the levels or close to the levels of child abuse. I've had marks, I've had welts, I've had bleeding, my body has been stinging on my legs, mainly every now and again my butt, but my arms sometimes, yeah. So quick tip, and I think I have mentioned this before, if you are a parent or someone who is allowed to discipline children, especially if they are of the variety that likes to be disobedient, let me just say that word. I think that I'll be okay when I say disobedient. Something that you should be able to do, which is something that my parents learned when they were in a GPS class, when they were thinking of adoption or something else along those lines, foster parenting. It was some classes that I think it was just classes that they DHR suggested that they do, because it actually helps just with regular parenting, and not just people who wanted kids but couldn't have them, or they were willing to go to the courses in order to get foster kids and to go through the process of adoption. So anyway, they went, and one of the things they learned was effective ways to whoop your children. They believed in discipline, but they don't believe in you disciplining them. Y'all know what I'm saying. They don't believe in you beating them until they're bleeding and tying them up and doing all this other stuff. What you do is you wet a towel, wring that towel out, and then you whoop your child with that. You feel it, and you don't leave marks. So they taught them that. And I remember when I became of age and my mama told me about this, because I was wondering, because y'all, I have been beat with everything you could think of just about. But anyway, I was wondering where they even got that from, and it was because of a course from a place that I eventually was going to work at. And I was just like, really? This is what they teaching the people? Oh, okay. But y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. For me, I loved, if I was gonna get beat, I would rather that than any of the other forms of beatings that were going to be allotted to me. I didn't like braided extension cords. I did not like braided switches. I did not like belts of any variety, no matter what the material was that it was made out of, or the buckles. I didn't like anything, because my mama was the type of parent that if she was going to discipline you or whatever, she will pick up the first thing that her hand touches if she has to, so she can get to you as fast as she can, so she can beat you. So yeah. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there, y'all. But anyway, y'all, that boy had to limp out the door. And everybody knew what happened. She came out the door, she was raveling that belt back up. She had that good belt too, y'all. I used to be, oh Lord, y'all, I used to be like, oh gosh, when my mama would go in the room and get one of my daddy's good leather hide leather belts. Oh gosh, no. Oh gosh. Okay, so y'all, some situations happened with Brandon where Detective Toussaint rolled up on him at his food truck and was trying to act as if she was interested in getting something to eat, and tried to make small talk and was like, yeah, I had a business before, and on the west side or somewhere, she said, and it didn't make it how it, it didn't make it, so, she never recouped any of the money that she put into it. Whatever, y'all, trying to get a feel for who he is. And then when she went back to headquarters and eventually was talking to that white detective about him, and so she was like, he's everything that you said he was. And so, her being a detective, I'm glad that she, caught on to what the situation was, which was she, realized that he had, told her, well, he told Brandon that, people are onto them and there's an investigation and all this other stuff, because he was very much so unaware of what was going on. He didn't even know that people were around him and basically guarding his truck, and drugs and all this stuff is involved, and he basically has signed his life away. Like, ultimately, he acted as if he didn't know all of that. Like, well, I know at first he didn't, but yeah, it's just a lot now. Like, he's in now, and whether he wants to be in or not, because he ain't got the money. Unless he can come up with all that money plus, 20% interest or whatever Otis Perry or whatever his name is, Perry said, he ain't gonna get out of there. And, I guess because of the real life things that have happened with his character, the person who plays his girlfriend, Jerica, was not in this episode. And he said that, within the episode that she wasn't there. She hadn't been around lately because she's been around with the older men and doing all this stuff in the community. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not why, but okay. Y'all, and so what else? What else happened? Because that episode was really, really good. Hold on, let me see. Oh, I almost forgot just that quick. Papa said it all. So he was still reeling from when they went on their trip to the aquarium, and the other school, all they did was just say, oh, we're going to go to the aquarium today. And it's just not a big to do. They have to do fundraisers and all this other stuff in order to be able to go. So himself and these other like really nerdy people, well, they, you know, kind of congregated. He rolled up on them and was like, well, what can we do? Because it don't make no sense. We got these raggedy books and all this stuff. We ain't got nothing. And they have all this stuff over there. And I'm mad. So they tried to come up with some stuff and it didn't work. Anyway, it got to a point where one of the girls said, well, what about their little staff meetings? They have staff meetings like throughout the day or something like that. They ended up crashing one of the little staff meetings, and the principal or one of the teachers or whatever, they were like, that's your student, why don't you get him? And he was like, no, I think we should listen to him. They gave that boy a mic and he was reading. He was talking about how Chance the Rapper gave all this money to their school system, which actually did happen in real life, for the underprivileged public school system. As we know, most school systems are trash. And I'm just saying that just is what it is when it comes to that. And he was just like, this don't make no sense. We got these raggedy books. Like, why we got to do all this to go to the aquarium? The other school ain't got to do all this. Like, he made great points. Some of the other little nerdy girls, they were in there and recording. Y'all, it ended up going viral. It was amazing. I was like, hey, Papa, you better do that. Papa was setting it off. I'm here for it. Everything that happened with Kevin came to a head to the point, of course, his mama grounded him. He cannot have any visitors. He can't have his friends around. He can't talk to anybody. Brandon rolled up to the house and wanted to speak to his mother to let her know, like, look, I understand the situation that's going on because he has been in contact with me and let me know he can't talk to nobody. But ever since his dad died, he's been coming to me and confiding in me and all this other stuff. And I feel like I should still be able to, you know, talk to him or whatever. So she let him in the house and was like, you know, he's been acting really, really weird lately, really strange. And his behavior has just been erratic. So she let him go in his room and he was talking to him. And, you know, he didn't even know about the drugs, of course. People, you know, a lot of times people leave out important details. And it's like, why is everybody mad at him? I don't understand why everybody has a problem with Kevin. Kevin is amazing. He does great in school. I don't understand why there's a problem right now. But he left out the drugs part, and he left out the fact that, you know, he has a girlfriend to his mama. And so he brought it up. He was like, girl, what girl? He was like, oh, my bad. I'll let him tell you that. So anyway, went in that room. We were talking to him, trying to figure out what was going on. And he was letting him know, like, look, I don't want to leave. My friends are at this school. I don't want to go over there. And he was like, look, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You can't just be stagnant and stay in the same place and think that because you're here that you're selling out. A lot of the times when you just stay stagnant and stay where you're at, that's selling out. And it makes me mad because I'm looking at him and I see his face because he is who he is in real life, but he's saying these things on the screen and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hate that you're an actor, but you've done these stupid things. Because I really believed that he was gonna get one of these awards, y'all. And I'm just like, why? Why would you do these things? It's just so dumb, y'all. But anyway, so he did what he did, and I'm just grateful that his character is how he is. And, you know, instead of flaking like a lot of people would do, he has been around and has been a listening ear. And, you know, Kevin warmed up to him because at first he wasn't really even trying to be here for all of that. Y'all, it was just a lot. I was just like, wow. Ultimately, I don't know why. Again, I don't know why I can't figure Kenny Lattimore's nephew's name, you know, the character on the show. Anyway, he had this dinner set up at Brandon's house because, like I said, his girlfriend ain't been there, whatever. So what has happened is he rolled up to her school and acted like he was her brother, and he had an emergency and needed to get in the house, and he lost his keys, but he needed to get in the house and needed her to be removed from class to bring the house keys to him because their mother is at work and she left her diabetic kid on the counter. That was the only reason why they got her out of the thing. He really tried to act like he was Kevin, but of course he's not. So anyway, y'all, his name almost came to me. I don't know why, but anyway, it went away. Anyway, he was like, look at this. He ended up buying the vintage shoes that I think Marion, what's her name? Marion Jones? Was it Marion Jones? I always want to say Marion Green. Whatever. You know, she got disgraced. It's just a lot. But anyway, it was some vintage shoes that he had seen that she had wanted. Like, she wanted so bad. He ended up buying those for her. And she really appreciated that. He was like, well, I just want to let you know that I want to, link up with you. Later, I'm gonna send you the address or whatever. I just want to talk to you. I have something I need to talk to you about. So earlier, y'all, in the episode, while he was at work being a manager, old dude that she was dating, which is the track coach, rolled up in there with some other young underage girl, and they were ordering little chicken boxes and things. And I'm just like, if you don't get somewhere to sit down, it was so bad. They brought up R. Kelly in the situation, y'all. Somebody had another other R. Kelly up. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. The fact that this is the Shy, the fact that this is happening there, and they actually brought his name into this. I was just like, oh gosh, no, this is too bad. But anyway, it got to the point where he confided in Brandon and was like, man, he was over here, he brought this girl in there, and I don't know what she's seeing him on, or why she with him, and all this other stuff. So Brandon was like, well, I got something that we can do, or whatever. He ended up rolling up on and his name Reggie, y'all. He's the guy who's like over the 63rd Street gang, or whatever street gang it is on here, and asked him, you know, could he kind of scare the guy into not dealing with her anymore, or really anybody underage, because he is dealing with underage kids. And it's like, how dare you? You're doing the most. And it was just like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, we're not talking about killing nobody, right? Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I want to make sure it's not going to happen here. And he was like, no, we ain't killing nobody. And you know, y'all know how Reggie is. And Reggie does the most. And I'm just like, sir, if you don't get on somewhere. Y'all, he ended up having some of his like little goons go pull over in front of him while he was like on the street. I don't remember if he was driving it out, but they pulled over in front of him, cut him off at the pass. They jumped out of the vehicles they was in, went over there, snatched him out of his own car, beat him down, and then he was like, he hanging out the window like, oh boy, I mean, y'all, I wish that I could have played it word for word for y'all to see it. I really wish I could throw the clip in here of what had happened. But he sat there and was hanging out of the window reading this man for filth. And he was like, he said something about he need to stop messing with little girls and all these underage little girls or whatever. He was reading him down. I was hollering like, y'all got to see that. But yeah, that's the gist of what happened with that. He ended up breaking up with her, and when the dinner happened, Brandon actually prepared the meal, of course, and she was happy. And he was like, you know, I just know that when we were friends and, you know, trying to be together or whatever before, I never treated you to a proper date, so I just wanted to do that now. Okay, so she was like, well, what was it that was so urgent that you wanted me to come over here? So since the guy had gotten beaten up and broke up with her, there was nothing to discuss. So they enjoyed their dinner. I was like, oh, okay, cool, that was good. But y'all, I lived for that episode. It was good. Y'all, now on to Braxton Family Values. I did not expect to talk that long on the Shy, but so much happened in that episode, like so much. Y'all, in real life, I saw Tamar's live when she posted it on she grabbed it and she put it on YouTube, but it was like around the same time. Like, I think it was the same day, like within a 24-hour period, I saw it, and it was all over the blogs and all the other stuff. But anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Tamar Braxton was doing a live. She was so fed up with her birthday weekend. She felt her birthday was trash. In real life and on the show, they were actually recording for Braxton Family Values. She got on there and she was like, this is supposed to be my birthday. She was pouting the whole time. She didn't like nothing that was going on. They had gotten a card that everybody signed. She had gotten one gift, was like that was like some shades that was a couple of $100. And she ended up getting this certificate or something in order for her to get on a hot air balloon. She's afraid of heights, so she was just like, I don't understand. Like, she went off about the gift, and one of the other days, she was like, I don't understand this. I don't understand, because I got one gift. I give out Gucci bags to everybody for Christmas. I give out Gucci bags. I just don't understand. I give out bags. Like, y'all, I was like, Lord have mercy. I'm tired now. It's too much. My thing is, on one hand, I get it because she goes all out, but she, you know, she just won Big Brother, and before all that, she has a whole lot of money. The only other person who has a whole lot of money is Tony. So it's like, I hope you weren't expecting everybody to come out of nowhere with $4, $5, $6, $7 to $10,000 bags and shoes and all that other stuff for you. And I don't understand because you have everything. So it's like, why are you expecting the world from your family? But at the same time, yet again, they've apparently spoiled her before, and she just wasn't here for it. They went to Napa, they were in wine country, doing tastings, like, all weekend. It was, they made the theme, like, couples theme, so everybody's significant other came. Her side piece, because she literally still married, came, David, the African dude that she swears is fine as wine, but I don't understand what she's looking at. Tawanda's man came. She is divorced from her husband, unless I understood wrong. But he's somebody who's been around since they were young girls. He had things to do with the first album that featured herself, Tamar, and Trina on it. And, you know, he did like producing or whatever it was at the time on it. So she's literally known him like a long time. Tracy came with her husband. She's the only one who's married. And even though her relationship has been beyond rocky, and I cannot stand her husband like that, you know, because he does things, but he hasn't been, I ain't gonna lie, he hasn't been doing that much lately. But in the past, he used to irk my soul. But yeah. But they brought him, they've been together almost 30 years. So despite all their rockiness, they've still been together. And Trina brought her new beau, who is Vaughn. We met him like last season or something like that. I like Vaughn. I think he has a really nice, calm demeanor, and I feel like he's the type of guy who can calm her down or whatever in some areas and make her softer. Not that she's like the Tracy type or whatever, if you understand what I mean when it comes to that. But anyway, y'all, I saw the live where she was on it. She was on it just looking, rolling her eyes, was not here for nothing. I'm talking about Tamar. She's in her feelings because ultimately what happened was Vaughn made this speech. Everybody was there except their mother and their father and everybody's kids, but whatever. It was kind of a romantic type of feel that was going on, and Vaughn had been contemplating whether or not he was going to propose to her, and in that moment he felt like he could because all of his sisters were gathered together. Ever since everything happened with them being on Iyanla Fix My Life, they haven't really been around each other like that. But everybody, as far as all of the sisters, were in the house. So the only sibling that wasn't there was Michael, and of course, as you know, not long after this particular episode, which was I think season finale, his daughter passed away. Oh Lord, y'all, that was crazy. I cannot even believe that. But anyway, so he made this speech and he proposed to her, and she had it on live, and her reaction was just despicable. I mean, I'm just like, my thing is this. I know a lot of people are gonna want to argue with me on this, but I'm just like, okay, I get it. I understand your frustration because we're supposed to be celebrating you all weekend or however long we're going to be in Napa Valley, whatever. But why are you mad that somebody got engaged when y'all weren't talking about nothing? Y'all weren't doing anything special at the moment. He asked everybody if he, you know, could have a moment to just make a statement. Excuse me, y'all. So that's what he was doing, and I'm just like, okay. You would have really thought that everybody was in the middle of giving a speech about Tamar and her birthday, and some kind of slide presentation was going on, some elaborate gift was coming in, and he was just like, hey y'all, why are we in the middle of doing this? This is what's going on. Like nothing was happening. Like the whole time, nothing. So yeah. Everybody in the room was happy except for Tamar. Tamar gave a halfway congratulations hug and wording as far as actually speaking the words to Trina. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like no. Then she went off in a whole nother room and was like, this is what I said, you ain't finna propose to nobody on my birthday. Like was going off, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Now I know that there are a lot of people who hate when people are at like other people's weddings and then people propose. I'm just like, why? Why are we so mad about everything? Like, I feel like that's nothing to be mad about. Like, how dare you? You're taking away from my day. It's literally a few moments from your all day or half of the day celebration from what's happening. It's not like you or whoever got proposed to, they got proposed to, and then it's like, oh, congratulations, and all the focus went off of you and went to them all day, every day. No, the focus is still on y'all. There's just a little congratulations for that moment, and it's like, wow. Like, I never understood people having a problem with that. I just don't understand why it's that big of a deal. Y'all, but anyway, that video went viral, and like before it went viral like that, when she was on her live, I saw when she actually uploaded it, or I don't know if she's the one behind the YouTube page or not. It's called Tamar Chronicles, I think, is what she put it up on. But I saw it there first. Then out of nowhere, like within 24 hours, I think TMZ and everybody else picked it up and was reading her for her reaction, and everybody went in on her. People had already been going in on her because of, well, no. People went in on her for that. Then when her niece died, they went in on her for that because she was still doing the dungeon tour with Candy and trying to make it seem like, oh, well, I couldn't go to the funeral, I'm in mourning. But she popped right on stage and was going over there as if her niece didn't pass away. And my thing is, I understand both sides as far as that's concerned, because I've had moments where I was like, I'm not going to nobody's funeral. I'm not going to this funeral. I'm just not doing it. I don't care if I'm in the city where it is, I'm not going to it. Like, I just know that I'm not gonna make it. My whole body is gonna shut down or whatever. I understand that. But on the other, side of the spectrum, I just feel like that's your brother. Like, I think he's the actual oldest child, if I'm not mistaken. That's your big brother. Is he the baby brother? Y'all, I don't know. Anyway, he is their brother, the only brother they have, to my knowledge. And it's like, I'm thinking that's his only child. I don't know. But anyway, the woman was 24 years old. Like, that was so sudden. And they used to put her in the show from time to time, showing her in various scenes. So I was just like, oh my gosh. So that's, the latest thing that has happened. I think some other stuff happened, but yeah. So y'all, she has been getting a lot of flack for that. In real life, and of course on the show she did as well. Y'all excuse me. Just trying to moisten my palate. Y'all, let me drink some of this tea. I got some tea over here too. Excuse me. Y'all see I've been doing better. I haven't really been coughing like that, so I'm doing better. Aren't you glad? But anyway, y'all, and I cannot, if y'all watch the show, I can't do it. Tamar tries to dictate every single move that David tries to take. Everything he says, everything he does, she needs to dictate it. And I'm just like, what is this about? Like, she literally in one of the scenes, like, put her hand over his face, over his mouth, to keep him from saying anything. Anytime he tries to do anything, she's trying to run it. Every single thing he's saying, she can be halfway minding her business and he'll be talking to somebody and she'll be like, oh no, you ain't doing that. And it's like, what? Why can't he hang out with the fellas? Why can't he do whatever he wants? He's a completely grown man from what I can tell. Like, she has been very controlling. I don't get what that's about. Like, everybody was reading her. All of her sisters were reading her during that episode because it is ridiculous. Like, I can't. Y'all, to make a long story short, we eventually get towards the end. And as we all know, Tamar and Tracy have a very explosive, things still have not been resolved from when they went on Y'all Fix My Life. And we're trying to hash out everything that happened as far as the drama between the two. That mainly surrounds when Tracy was supposed to go on tour with Tamar, when she invited her to go on tour with her, and stuff went down between Tracy's manager and Tamar's people and Tamar. Like, it was just a lot, and it came off as if Tamar was like, girl, you can't be here and you're not invited backstage or wherever. Like, it was just, y'all, it's just been too much. They've been giving fake hellos, but then when they got to this episode, it was just so bad that Tracy's husband made a toast and was like, "Happy birthday to Tamar and Tracy." And I was like, "Ooh, Lord, sir, why'd you do that?" I ain't even part of the family. I already knew that wasn't gonna go over well. Everybody was looking sideways like, "Sir, Tamar finna set it off." And like Tamar's whole mood changed when he did that. And then like at one point in time, him and Tamar got into it. She brought up him, you know, being in jail and all this other stuff. Like, "Why don't you go back to jail, you jailbird? I'm not interested in nothing you talking about," and all this other stuff. Like, y'all, it was bad. Tracy went off somewhere, was calling her a B. She was about to charge at her. Later on in the episode, she was about to charge for real at Tawanda. She's in her feelings about Tawanda right now, and she's saying, I'm gonna treat you like a coworker. To me, we're just coworkers. "Hey, how you doing? Good morning. How you doing? Can I borrow your stapler?" That's how I'm viewing you right now, because she's in her feelings because she feels as though David, which is Tamar's side dude, because like I said, she's married. There is no divorce decree, therefore that's her side boyfriend. I said what I said. And Tawanda's man, which is Sean, they got together and they were like, "Well, I've been seeing what's going on with the girls, and I think that they should get together and have some, you know, sister time where they, you know, hash out this stuff going on, because this just can't continue." And then they actually brought it to the table. Mainly Sean did, and I was just like, "No, nobody, like, you know, don't nobody know you though, and you trying to roll up and tell somebody what they need to do and what you think needs to happen and what you feel as though you're seeing." Yes, what you're saying is true, because this is a pattern and things have been happening for quite some time, but who are you? Who are you? Yeah. We just need to know who you are, because nobody knows you. Tracy took offense immediately because she was just like me, like, and who are you? You don't know me. Who are you? and you know, all the men excused themselves, and it was bad. Tracy ended up leaving because she was like, "Oh yeah, all the fellas are excused." She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm one of the fellas because I'm not a part of this family, apparently." Lord have mercy. It was just a lot. Like, it was just way too much. I was just like, Lord, why is this happening? This is too much in life. And as of right now, it's been trending as far as Toni being in hot water, so to speak, because fans are saying that she was wrong for not backing Tracy. They felt like her reaction to what was going on with Tracy shouldn't have been that. She just had this, oh my gosh, hold on, let me see. It's on my front thing. Let me look real quick because I want to make sure I tell y'all exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure it's still up here. Where is it? It's not, the one time I needed to pop up, it won't pop up. That's so weird. Why won't it pop up? That's just so weird. Wait a minute. I don't know why it won't pop up, because normally it pops right up when I don't even ask it to. And I see stuff all day and I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, I don't know why it won't pop up. But I wanted to make sure I told y'all exactly what it was. But the gist of it is that she, meaning Toni, people are not here for what her reaction was to everything that happened. It just kind of seems like they looking at, I'm about to say Trina, they looking at Tracy like, why is she acting like that? Why is she so angry? Why? And it's like, I'm looking at them like, are we watching the same show? I mean, y'all in the same family. I know I'm watching the same show, so I don't know what y'all talking about. I see what's unfolding. Like, why are you trying to act like you don't know what it is? You know why she's mad. I'm looking at them like, you know why she's mad. I know why she's mad. Why are we trying to act like we don't know why she's mad, though? And in all seriousness, I'm not even gonna lie. The only thing that I can agree with all the other girls on is the fact that when the situation came up, she was pregnant and they got a deal to do a record or whatever, and the company didn't want anything to do with her, to sign her, because I mean, if something were to happen to her, they might have been like, she might have been like, oh, you made me miscarry, you need to take care of my hospital bill. I mean, there was I feel like there are a lot of liabilities with somebody who you don't even know like that. She ain't popping like that. Like I don't even know if she could ever really sing like that, y'all. Like if she ever had a voice, all the drinking and the smoking or something must have took it away. Cause I don't hear it. I don't really ever hear it. I don't know what people be listening to when they buy a ticket. I'm just like, what's going on? And it's funny, I even said that, and I reminded myself because I thought I was gonna forget. Tamar shaded her about that. I'm pretty sure she shaded her because the men started smoking, and she didn't want her man to be around that. But yeah, because Tracy's man gave out like cigars as a peace offering, and yeah, it was just a lot. And she was like, yeah, I can't be around this. You know, my vocal cords, I use this. I make money off of this. Then she was reading. Y'all got to see that. You got to see it. I was just like, oh my gosh, you did not have to read. But she read her, and I was like, wow. Y'all. When I tell y'all it was too much, it was too much. It was too much. But like I said, I feel like Tony and see, Trina left, so I can't include her in all the drama that happened after that, because once stuff started getting out of hand, and basically as soon as Tracy left and was like, well, I'm not even a part of this family, she was like, well, I don't understand. If all of us aren't going to be here, there's no reason for me to be here, because it's supposed to be about all of the sisters. So her and her now fiance left. So then her husband was able to finally get her to go back in there, y'all. And I was just like, Lord. But anyway, like I said, I fully understand why people are all up in arms over what Tony did. Because the last remaining sisters did make it seem as though Tracy was in her feelings for no reason. The only thing I do agree with them saying is that, you know, she can't blame them for her career not taking off, basically, as far as her being a part of the Braxtons when they did the singing group. Tony was off on her own, and then all the other sisters were there. Trina had a baby too, but you know. Let's see. Like I said, it was Tamar. Yeah, because Tony had her own thing, so there were only 4 of them left, of the girls. She got pregnant, so they didn't want her, and the other, you know, last remaining sisters were able to do that. You can't blame them. That's the corporation. They can do what they want to do. I mean, in her mind, she was like, y'all didn't stick up for me. Y'all didn't speak up for me, and that's why I wasn't able to be on that. I just feel like y'all didn't try, and I'm just like, girl, that happened 20, 30, 40 years ago. Just stop. But outside of that, the other stuff, I really do feel like they feel like she's just always super duper angry for no reason. Now she's not. I feel like she's not angry for no reason at them. They really do at times seem to try her and then wonder why she has the aggressive reaction to things. In turn, I'm just like, what did you expect? Like, y'all, it's just too much. The last one that I want to discuss is Hustle and Soul. Y'all, I don't understand what is wrong with Cola. Cola is set up here and moved back to New York to try to help John, and I'm just like, why? He has a whole boyfriend. He chose the boyfriend over you. So why? Why? She just swears. Y'all excuse all of this. Y'all know I'm fat. But anyway, I'm just looking like, why are you trying to make everybody believe, well, I mean, I'm going to always support him, but, you know, I'm just going back to just give him emotional support. He's going to try to come out to his mom. He said he needs me. Girl, the boyfriend had rolled up on you for help time after time. And my thing is this, I would have been like, that's your problem now. What they got to do with me? Well, he started drinking. He been drinking and he just been doing that. And I'm just like, girl, that's still your problem though. That's still your problem. Y'all, he finally came out to his mama. His mama was like, well, why didn't you tell me this like 5, 6, 7 years ago? Or whatever. Like, I would have wanted to know. He was all worried about what she was going to think, because his family, of course, like everybody else's, was really, really religious, is really, really, really religious. And they're going to look at him sideways for saying he's bi or whatever he wants to be at any given moment. And I'm glad that his mama was there when he was like, I don't understand what the problem is. I want both of y'all. And she was like, that's not fair to Cola, which it isn't. And I think that's ridiculous for him to think that he could just be like, I want you today, and I want her tomorrow, and I want him to Tuesday morning, and I want her Tuesday night. And it's just like, no. Excuse me, y'all. And I'm just like, this is just dumb. Like, you really think you can have everything, everybody? Where you think you at? Where you think you at that you could just have everything and everybody just the way you want it, and have no regard for anybody's feelings in the process? I think that's ridiculous. It's like, why? Why do you think somebody wants to go along with that, who actually has some self-respect, who actually has some sort of self-esteem? Like, I would hope, you know, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I'm the strongest or have been the strongest person in my life. Dang, I don't want to be second best. I don't want to be playing second fiddle. I don't want to be on the back burner. You pick me up when you want to pick me up because that didn't work out over there. If he get tired of you, then you're gonna run back to me, and I'm just supposed to be here with open arms. I don't like stuff like that. I want to be number one priority. I want to be the only one, because if I didn't agree on these terms and conditions that you are interested in, then I don't want it. That ain't for me. I'm just saying, no. Y'all, it was so bad that it had started raining, or it was already raining. She went on and by her bed. He was like, it's raining out there. And it was bad. She was like, I don't care. She was walking home in the rain. Well, I'm pretty sure that was just for the show. And then like after like 10 seconds and they cut the camera from that part, somebody went and got her, from the camera crew at least, and took her home. Y'all, LP went on the Steve Harvey show and made sweet potato pie for him. And y'all know how Steve Harvey is. He was looking like the pie was delicious. That's fine. While he was gone, of course, because he was in LA doing this, Anna was down in Miami doing the most. She still has been scheming, plotting, and doing the most, as we all know. That's what she does. So her plan has been, I'm still going to open a restaurant in Atlanta, whether you want it or not, in her mind. Now, Thandi has been on board with whatever she wants, because in her mind, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm still trying to be with LP at the end of the day. And I'm just like, girl, why? Why? I don't understand. And like I told y'all let me know if y'all have found out anything else. Because I know a while back, there was word that he is using her and or them as beards because he likes men. So it's like, okay, not that I have a problem with that. That's not my testimony. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But if that's your truth, then why not do it? Because he really acts like he's just a man's man. Why? Why we gotta do that? I don't understand. Y'all excuse me. So, y'all, Anna went, she has been looking at places. Y'all, she has secured a restaurant. Y'all, she has signed a lease. Y'all, she has signed the lease. This woman has gotten the keys to the place. She has keys to the actual restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. Lawrence knows nothing of this. I was just like, girl, this is what we do. And so while he was in LA after everything happened, he FaceTime, well, not, did he FaceTime her? Anyway, he was talking to her on the phone and told her that everything went well, and they don't seem to have that great of a soul food market out there. And, you know, he kind of hinted at having a restaurant out there, possibly, but not really saying that much. And I'm just like, you really hinted at it. So I don't know why you went in your confessional after that and was like, and I don't know, but I'm probably going to try to set up something out here. And so instead of having the Atlanta location, we'll have, oh Lord, y'all, I'm doing the most. I'm sorry, I done scared myself. Wait a minute, let me move this. Scared myself. Instead of having an Atlanta location, instead of going back to Brooklyn or having an Atlanta location, I could still save everything by coming out here to LA. And I'm just like, all right, if you can afford all that, all right. Y'all, so he finally actually made it back to the building. Y'all, Thandi up in there looking all nice, dressed to kill. Her and Anna just up in there just chilling. And so he was like, yeah, everything went well, whatever. Y'all got to the point where Anna basically told him that she signed a lease and all this other stuff. And he's like, what? What you mean? Thandi got up with her phone and showed him pictures. He then eventually got up like, what you mean? What you mean signed the lease in Atlanta? What you mean? Y'all, he went all the way off. And then I'm just looking like, what? Because of what happened after that. So Anna was like, yeah, calm down. Calm down. We got 2 restaurants. Calm down. We got 2 restaurants. And you got me. And then he over there looking confused. Thandi then got up and she was like, you got Thandi too. And he over here, and she rolled up on him and kissed him on the mouth too. And then she was like, I don't know what, then it's, Anna kills me. Like, I'm like, girl, are you actually for the Dominican or just one of her, or both of your parents are Dominican and you were born in New York? Because sometimes that New York be coming out. She be killing me. She proceeded to walk up the steps with Thandi following her. Was like, girl, I don't know what's wrong with him. He got 2 restaurants and he got 2 girlfriends. I was like, girl, if I could do a New York accent, she had me die. And he was like, I just don't understand. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just like, Lord, it's too much. I'm tired. Y'all, of course, the twins had to part ways. The other brother left to go to Germany for his modeling, whatever. The other girl went to rehab. So before Lawrence went off to go on the Steve Harvey show, they ended up taking her to rehab. Okay. I think that's about all that happened, y'all. But anyway, thank y'all for being patient. For whoever actually stayed to the end, thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I just wanted to talk about it because, like I said, I don't have a lot of people to talk to about this. So since other people actually get on here and speak on it, I figured I'd do the same because I actually want to talk about it. But this wasn't something that I do consistently with these shows. So I just want to do a thoughts post or whatever this is going to be to speak on it. So anyway, y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thought about these episodes. If any of them were your favorite episodes, or what was the craziest thing that you saw within each episode, because y'all, I was tired. I was so tired. I actually have some more stuff coming that I'm late on because I've been having so much going on. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Comment if you would like. Subscribe if you would like. I appreciate every single last one of you who supports me. Y'all have a good evening. Bye.